I cannot use my salary to pay for transport, no feeding money, my house rent. How do you want me to pay for it?
Like, even the bala blue that people were saying, it was a parable.
Tinubu and Buhari, they are working hand in hand. Did you enjoy Buhari's government? I had to stop my work because of the hike in fuel.
I'm just going to give you some reasons why I feel Tinubu is the best candidate to rule this country. Okay, I'm going to pick some words from his manifestos that he did, the campaign. So he talked about how he's going to eradicate poverty and how he's going to reduce corruption, because we all know that one of the problems that this nation is facing is corruption. Okay, but I'm going to tell you that at every level of government in Nigeria, even among individuals, corruption is so rampant that, in fact, we always refer to the leader as being corrupted, but individually, we are all corrupt. And I'm going to give you reasons why I think we are all corrupt. Now, when the issue of cashless policy came, that was before election, there wasn't cash. If you need to go out there, you need to find a way to get cash. Then, if you go to POS people and ask them, they will tell you to withdraw 1,000 naira, you have to pay them 300 naira. To withdraw 10,000 naira, that is corruption. You understand? That is corruption. So, first of all, we need to find a way to eliminate corruption among individuals before we can even talk about the government.
Well, concerning this POS stuff, we all know that it's not their fault.
Okay.
Because the banks don't give them money. And you discover that the most people that have this money are those people that change dollars. And you are likely to buy from them.
Okay.
You buy from them. So you cannot buy money, then you want to do it to help people and you will not gain your own money from it.
Yeah, I understand what you are saying. I think things should not be done by force. If you know that it's at the end of the day, it will bring down the economy. So there's no point in even doing it. That is being desperate.
Well,
you understand?
I feel, this party stuff and everything, I feel it's hard time we remove it from these two parties. APC, PDP, let them rest. We want to try something new.
Okay, so if that is your point, but do you remember that Obi is from PDP? He actually moved from PDP to
He saw
AP.
the corruption in their parties. That's why he had to leave them.
No, I'm not going to accept that. You know why? Because in 2019, he actually contested as the vice president under the leadership of PDP, which means that if he had won, it would have been the ruling party. They will have been the ruling party now,
and it's going to be. They did not win.
Okay.
They saw him as a competition. They saw him as someone that can continue the legacy. That Buhari was the person that, like, they are the one that bring people that want to rule after them.
Okay.
You understand? So Peter Obi, being a good person, he's a nice person. He's a God-fearing human being, which is the number one thing that a man is supposed to have in him. They saw him as someone that will make this country better. Yes, that was why they didn't allow him win that election.
Okay, okay. Let me come in here. Now, I really don't think. I'm not saying there is no godfatherism in Nigeria, but yes, I think that's not actually the reason why Peter Obi did not win, and I'm going to give you some analysis. Okay. But before I go into that, I'm going to give you some reasons why I think Tinubu will have been the best candidate. I watched their campaign speech, you understand, and I can tell you that from what I heard from Tinubu and looking at his past record, I think he's a better candidate. Now,
these are the exact same things we heard from our leaders that are leading us.
Okay, let me give you an example.
They copy their manifestos. They say things that they are not going to do.
So how are you sure that if Obi emerged the winner, he would do all those things that he was saying?
See, Obi is the right man for us. We are tired of suffering.
We just need to believe. We just need to believe in what we hear. And I'm going to give you the reason. Now, Obi talked about eradicating poverty and reducing the corruption in Nigeria, but he didn't give me personally. I wasn't convinced with some of the things he said and the method of tackling those things. You know why? Now, Tinubu said something. Tinubu said he was going to make sure that individually we can live comfortably in Nigeria, and he brought out 2 points. He said he's going to introduce mortgage, whereby you are working and of course, the way they operate abroad, you can actually lease or you get an apartment for yourself, you'll be paying installments, and once you complete the payment, the house becomes yours. Then if you need a car, you understand, government will make provision for car for individuals. So if you are working and they look at your bank history and they see that you actually have a regular source of income, they will give you a car and you will pay in installments. For me, that's one of even the easiest way of reducing corruption in the economy.
Tinubu himself said that he was going to eradicate poverty by making Yahoo boys to sell plantain chips.
No.
How is that a way of eradicating poverty?
No, I think people
He's just making fun of everything.
No. Most times when people watch Tinubu's clips or his speeches online, what they do is that they will just cut some part of the clips out and they will make meme of it. I think that's what I see. Okay, let me give you an example. When people were talking about roasted corn, now he was talking about the pipelines that brings light into Nigeria. He was even accusing the past leaders, like, okay, why have they not been able to generate light that can sustain Nigerians so that we can have a steady light? He now said, he was saying something, and now said, even up till now, they've not been able to generate light, even for roasted corn. But people don't listen to what he was coming, where he was coming. They only cut that particular point and they put online, and people were now making mockery of him.
What was he trying to talk
It was, it's just like a parable. Like, even we have not even been able to generate current that can even roast a corn, let alone of serving Nigerians for their businesses or maybe for their homes and carrying out gadgets and appliances. That was what he was referring to. You understand? Even the bala blue that people were saying, it was a parable, a town hall, different from, it was talking in parable, and I believe that people need to, I think because of the hatred that people have for him, they don't really go back to check.
It's not the hatred that he had for Tinubu. The party is something we don't want anymore. We're just fed up with it.
I don't think party is actually the problem of Nigeria. It's individual. You understand? Now,
our leaders, sorry to cut you short, from our leaders, we are talking about Buhari.
Okay.
We should know that Tinubu and Buhari, they are working hand in hand. Did you enjoy Buhari's government?
Okay.
Are you okay with it? Did you see the price? I had to stop my work because of the hike in fuel. I cannot use my salary to pay for transport, no feeding money, my house rent. How do you want me to pay for it?
Yeah, you are.
And it was under Buhari's regime. And this same person brought the person that wants to rule us again.
You are very correct. But let me just point out some things that people don't know. Just give me like 1 minute. Let me just explain something. Okay. Now, Tinubu was the Lagos State governor between 1999 to 2007. Now, Tinubu is the only man, is the only standing man in today politics in Nigeria that has not moved from one party to the other, right from the era of AD to AC to ACN, before they now joined and formed APC. Now, I'm going to explain to you and others why people think Tinubu brought Buhari. Now, in 2007, from 1999, PDP has been ruling from the federal level, from Obasanjo to Umaru Yar'Adua to Jonathan. Now, the opposition party, they were so desperate that they wanted the power away from the PDP, but they have not been able to do it. Now, in 2007, Buhari has already contested 4 times, and he has been losing. But one thing Tinubu saw was that Buhari was winning from the north. Now, he had problem with the south-south, southeast, and the southwest. And at that time, ACN was already ruling in the southwest because all the governors in the southwest were all ACN members. Yes. You understand? So Tinubu now saw okay, now approach Buhari like, okay, do you know that we want the power from the PDP candidates? Let us merge together. Then if we are able to merge together and you deliver the north, we are going to deliver the southwest for you. If we join those 2 regions together, we are going to push away the PDP. That was what brought Tinubu and Buhari together. And when they actually implemented that law, or when they formed that unity, it actually pushed away. They were able to get that power away from the PDP. And that was how Buhari was able to emerge the winner. So that was why people used to think Tinubu brought Buhari. But Tinubu did not bring Buhari. They only had an agreement because they needed to take power away from the PDP. And the only way they could do that was to merge their team together. So Tinubu was so popular in the south-south and the southwest, while Buhari was so popular in the what? In the north. So people from this side, they were always the one talking about Tinubu bringing Buhari. the northern people, they will never agree with you because they've always been voting Buhari right from 1999 to 2019. You understand?
So let me ask you one question.
Okay.
Age-wise, do you think Tinubu is fit to be in that position?
Of course, why not? They are not going there to dig holes. They are not going there to farm. It is what is in their brain. Okay, if I may ask you, how old is the US president, Joe Biden? He's an old man. Fine, some people will tell me because he has access to healthcare and all of the. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's God that gives health. You understand? So you cannot mock anyone by telling them that their health is not sound enough. That is blessing from God.
But it's already in the law. Your age tells the kind of position you should take. The man is too old, and you know, once old age sets in, it affects your brain.
David, I think all those things are just propaganda because
not propaganda. It is medically proved.
From what I've seen, how is it medically proved?
There are some things that comes with old age mentally.
Okay. From Tinubu's side now, what deficiency do you see from him that you think his age is not enough? It's not good. It's not
a town hall different from Balamu.
That's what I'm telling you.
Blah blah.
That particular statement, you understand, is right. What people should have done was that they were supposed to interview him and ask him what is the meaning of this statement. But personally, I believe that it was coming from somewhere, and that particular statement is a parable. You understand?
So what do you understand by it?
I think we should just leave that for him. You understand? But me, I just felt that
someone that you feel is capable. So you should know these things. I'm
trying to tell you that particular statement is correct. But Nigerians, they don't allow us to see, to actually see more. So what I would advise is that if people really want to know about that statement, they should bring Tinubu on TV, and I believe that man is going to explain to you what that statement actually means. You understand?
So far now they tired.